since we've already set everything up, it's just going to automatically send everything over to YouTube. There. And then I just have to make sure the video is muted on YouTube, and then we're good to go.
Oh yeah, that's important.
It is very important.
We should probably let you know that. If your YouTube
What?
isn't muted.
You need to make sure your YouTube video is muted. Otherwise, you'll hear it in stereo.
Yep.
30 seconds behind.
Now I can't find it. Oh God. Hold on.
We've got 8 people, so we can give it a minute as we get
Yeah,
started.
definitely.
But see, he's got to be right next to me, doesn't he?
He really does.
He's as close as
He's
he
like
can
my
be.
cubby wobble.
Yep. My dog is on the other side of Chantel today because he can't be on the other side of me. It's as close as he can get.
Okay. How do you mute on YouTube?
25.
What?
If you can't hear me, then you're fine. Just pause the video because you don't need to see it in 2 places.
The sound is right there.
Oh, right there.
John
Got
said
it.
I did yesterday.
We had a weekend.
We did. We pretended we were 20, and then by 8 o'clock on Saturday we
were not 20
40,
anymore.
and it doesn't work the same. We can't go out Friday night, be out at activities all day Saturday, and still make it to past 8 o'clock on a Saturday.
And then people expect us to be parents today. It's very hard.
So, but we had fun.
You're young parents. You're young parents.
I mean, but we have young. We did things a little later.
Yeah.
Yes. Chantel had a surprise, and I had a delay.
Yes.
With fertility issues, and so we did it a little later than we intended to do it for the second and third.
Yeah.
Oh. Hello, Linda from Tennessee.
Everyone, official? Are we very, very live?
We are very, very live. We have, let's see, Brittany King is in. Hey, Brittany. I need to send you your book. We've got like 23 people on. So we probably could get going. That's a pretty decent amount for people coming in.
Keep it for about 5 more
Where's
minutes.
everybody from?
Put in where you guys are at, and we love to hear where everyone is watching from. And Chantel and I are in the same place for once.
We never do this.
I know.
Well, we did it once for a cooking episode.
Our Christmas special.
It was special.
It was a special night. Ray is in Hawaii.
Yeah, I forgot to sign into my RGE account, but that's my personal one. Oh well.
You're good.
Now you're gonna get all the people following you. Washington State.
Very
morning for you. It's lunch for us. Yeah. It is 7 a.m. for Ray right now. You pick the time.
It's okay.
Later.
Anita from Iowa.
Iowa. We're in Iowa, Anita, because we're in the Quad Cities.
Yeah, we're right there.
Yeah. Oh, my husband's home.
Oh. Say hi, Adam.
Yeah. You don't need to protect us. It's okay. He's 23 pounds and he thinks he's going to protect us from everybody.
He's going to do a good job.
Yep. Oregon, South Carolina. Fun stuff.
Texas. Trouble with tribbles.
For those of you who are joining, Clinton, that's close.
Far.
I've been to a quilt shop in Clinton.
Do you have a Candlelight Inn over there in Clinton, Iowa?
Yes. There used to be a really great quilt shop in Fulton, which was like across the river.
Oh yeah.
That they retired though. But it was one we wanted to go to.
Do you want me to let him out?
Maybe.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Can you hear him? Sometimes people can hear him and sometimes they can't.
No.
Okay. He needs to go check things out.
We need a picture of him.
I will send you a picture of him all snuggled with Lily. He's got to go to the vet tomorrow. He's got some weird thing growing in his mouth that is concerning.
Yeah. Poor thing.
Yeah.
So how far is it from where Chantel came from again? Good morning, Judy from Cleveland. And then you have Bobby Matthews from
Louisiana.
Ponchatoula, Louisiana. Wow.
My Remy and Lily.
Yeah, I say
So
we're
how
doing.
long are you staying there,
Oh,
Chantel?
I'm only here until the end of this, and then I gotta go home. I
She's been here since Friday though.
Yeah.
So it was
Uh,
homecoming weekend
okay.
for alma mater, which is in town. I never left. I intended to, but it did not happen.
I graduated and stayed forever. And this is the area that I'm actually from originally.
Yes.
And then I moved
Well, I
off.
didn't know that. I didn't know that. Hmm.
Excuse me.
Hi, Pam from Arizona.
Let's see. We got Tracy Strobel.
Yep. Well, thanks, Tracy.
I have an
Where in
aunt
Washington
law
are you?
in Phoenix, Arizona.
QuiltCon was just in Phoenix.
Oh,
It's going to be there, not this coming one, but the one after that.
Yeah, they tried to change their
Mhm.
location so everyone can have a chance of getting there.
and it's in Raleigh this coming
Yep.
February.
February. I'll
That's
be
something
there.
I've been at Raleigh before. There, I'm not sure if it's still there, but there's a pirate themed restaurant that's really entertaining to go to.
I'll
And
have
you
to
need a
try it.
t-shirt from there.
I'll have to get Gwendolyn on that with me.
I bought the t-shirt just because it said something like something about I got the booty and like North Carolina.
I got the booty in North Carolina.
I forget exactly what it's in a t-shirt quilt somewhere. We can find it at some point. It's in my travel t-shirt quilt. That's
That
what
was
you
my
guys
first.
need. You need to start getting t-shirts everywhere you go.
We'll make you a big
And this is a
quilt.
big thing because
Look at him.
once you make one t-shirt quilt, you never really want to do another one. So the fact that we would offer to do one for you means we love you.
We would love you a lot.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Imagine him being
T-shirts.
like, I'm buying t-shirts now.
We
What
did
about I'll
we know
start
you
with
want
aloha shirts, okay? I got
Yeah, let's
aloha
start
shirts here.
there.
we know you want an actual quilt. So at some point we need to talk about like what are your colors? And
King size, please.
oh yes, we know.
We know.
We're aware.
We don't king size pink and blue, I think.
I
Yes.
don't know about that.
No,
No.
That is not pink.
gold and black.
Gold and black. I mean, that's like University of Iowa. My husband will have a conniption.
Oh, that
Gold,
is.
black, and burgundy. That rich burgundy color.
Those are your
I always have
Have
all
to
kinds
show
of.
us
I
some
always have
inspiration.
we need like photos of your house so we can match
All right.
fabrics.
I think
Make
we're
it
them.
probably
Okay.
good on what we're getting here.
probably. Let's see where we at. Yeah, we're at 20 now. So
Let's go ahead.
Okay.
get going. Just so everyone knows, Ray is the and John, who's off camera, are the
Yes.
travel concierge extraordinaire, and they make sure that everything is fabulous, that the price is the price is the price, so there's nothing hidden that you have to deal with. And he has all the information about the logistics. And so this is mostly Ray's show today. We're here to just laugh.
Oh, it's all my show.
It's your show tonight. No pressure. None.
But we have both done a cruise with Ray,
Yes.
and I've done the second one last
When was
when
that?
did we go? It was like,
July.
no, July.
July.
Long weekend.
And it's great. Like they help you before, they help you during, they make sure everything is ready to go. You can't figure out how to get on the ship's Wi-Fi, they will get it on there for you. Like you don't know how customs works, they got it down. Like you don't have to Google or wonder, they have the answers. So they're fabulous.
They are with us the whole time.
They are.
And we're actually on the same ship that you were on in July, the Solstice.
Is it?
Oh, really?
Yep.
How was
Yep.
it?
It was great. The first few days, it was like a little rocky leaving out of Vancouver, and it was cool. But then all of a sudden, by the third day, the weather started changing, and then the seas just started getting really that tropical blue color.
Yeah.
And we just actually are arriving in Hilo right now. So we've been at sea for 7 days.
So you're on a cruise right now.
Yes.
Right
And
now, we're on the
enjoying,
cruise.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that's what happens when we're working, even when we're on tours, if it's a motor coach tour or a cruise, we're still working on the other trips that are coming in or that we've had planned and things like that. So that's why it is 7 a.m. in the morning here. But, with being at sea, there's nothing else to do than just to relax. And
But we
so
have a
it's not that hard to
solution for
get.
that when it comes to a quilting cruise. So when you're at sea, you get to quilt instead.
Yes, we rent out a conference center.
Absolutely.
The classes are. So it's really fun.
Yeah. And you'll have sewing machines. So we're having a vendor that did something for us before from Antwerp, Belgium, that's going to be supplying the sewing machines on your Mediterranean trip.
Do we
And we'll
know what
also
brand we
be
have?
doing the setup and the breakdown and any type of assistance that's needed during the classes and things like that.
And that's great because then it means that we're not spending our
We're not
time
doing it.
like troubleshooting your machine. We're spending time making sure you know how to do the technique. So
Absolutely.
that's
Yeah.
really great that I mean, because that, that costs money for them to have an extra body in a stateroom doing that. And it's great for you guys.
And it's actually great because Stephanie and Chantel, they both are real good teachers. With us having done the transatlantic, we did the transatlantic together, remember?
That was a
That was a
great
lot
That was fun.
interesting. and then and then with the Alaska, people come in and they definitely learn a lot, which is something very good. And that's why you both are doing something that is unique just for only on the cruise. It's
Yeah,
unique for the cruise
absolutely.
itself.
We do have one question already, and maybe you'll answer it later. But the question is, and I think this is a great way to kind of introduce RGE travels and all that you do, is what's the difference between booking through RGE versus booking separately?
To be able to get access to the events and everything, to get access to the both of you and to the sewing machines, you have to book it through RG Travels. If you go straight to Celebrity, they're going to say, "What are you talking about?" So what we do is we're actually taking group space off of the ship and taking over the venues, let's say the conference centers and things like that, so that we have our classrooms and events available for the people that book within our group. So if you do want to do this trip, you have to book it through our agency, because if you call Celebrity, they're not going to know what you're talking about, the general operator line, because that's just straight for retail. And if you do that, unfortunately, you won't have access to um, Stephanie and Chantel and everything that we're doing.
The way to explain it to a husband is that the quilting portion of it is kind of like an onboard excursion that you get to do. And
It's an
so,
extracurricular.
yeah, so that's booked separately from your cabin, and there's a separate cost that includes things like the sewing machine and bringing that on.
But say your husband's not interested in
There's
actually
plenty of
doing
that
any
for them to
sewing and
do.
he wants to be at the pool, he's not paying for his portion of
No,
the quilting portion of the
The
quilting.
retreat at
yeah,
sea. The
yeah,
Yes.
it's
retreat
the
at sea.
retreat.
Yeah.
Which Pam, at least to Pam's question, do spouses go on the quilting cruises? We have lots of
Absolutely.
spouses that go, and they have never been bored.
Sisters.
Yes, there's always something to do.
Yes, there's activities all day long that you could do on board.
We just
And
happen to be an
or
extra activity,
or
really.
you can do nothing and sit in the solarium and look out at the
Oh,
ocean going by, and that's
yes.
or well, the Mediterranean Sea this time.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see, what else do we have? It is it touring and quilt cruising? Yes. So the class time never overlaps with a port day. So we have 3 cruising days, and that's part of the reason why we chose this cruise. So that way we are going to be able to have, I believe it's going to be 18 hours of class time
Something like that.
while we're at sea. And so you're not going to be like in port, like I really want to see Rome, but we've got class. Like that's not going to
Mm-mm.
happen.
We do it in such a way that you are going to have the free time. So let's use the free time to do the retreat at sea.
Yeah. Let's see.
But when classes are not in session, you have availability, you have access to the sewing machine. So you can sew as much as you like, because we do have a lot of quilters that even if we are in Rome or in Vienna, Malta, uh, they do an excursion and then they come back to the ship and everybody is back into the room sewing and doing their little, it's like a
Oh,
social hour. Because
Yeah, it's
every time
yeah.
after dinner, we always go in there to check everything, and then we always find people in there sewing. So then we just sit and chalk, and it's just like a impromptu type of a sewing thing. And it's really neat to see because there's a lot of people that do use the sewing machines late at night as well.
and every day, even
Oh,
when you
yeah.
come back from something, there's
Somebody's in
always
there.
somebody in there.
Well, and the last one I did, I had my family with me. So I went up a couple of times after dinner to, help people get to the next step if they weren't where they really wanted to be at the end of class. But when we went and it was just 2 of us, which is
Mhm.
how this is going to be with this one, we're no kids on the next one.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a
We
good
are
time.
the kids.
Uh,
No, I'm kidding.
no, we proved this weekend
We
we're no
proved this
longer
kids.
children.
Yeah, we're not kids.
We are old ladies.
We
Well,
are.
not really.
Oh, geez, don't even start talking about old, okay?
We can't do the things we used to do when we were 20.
No, what we
And we were
want
reminded of that this weekend, unfortunately.
We're like everyone else. We want to eat our dinner and go sew
I know.
afterwards.
So we will show up there in our pajamas and we'll be hanging out and having a good time. And there's usually like a bar like right next to it. So you can just like
If
have
you're a
good time.
cocktail person, have your
Yeah.
cocktails, which actually leads into the whole drink package and all
Well,
of
there's
this.
a couple other questions.
Oh, are there?
You did put your glasses on for this too and everything.
I know, and I still can't read it. It's maybe the age thing is a thing.
Maybe. Will you be sharing the projects you'll be making on the cruise? Yes. So I'm going to be designing a new project that focuses on points that can be done in the time span that we will have available on the cruise. So there will be less units to make essentially. So instead of making a bajillion flying geese, we might make like 16. So
Get
you
a good
can,
sample.
yeah, you can get the technique down, you know how to get the points where they need to be. But it's going to be a little bit smaller project. So one, we can get through everything. And two, you have an option to finish if you are a Speedy Gonzalez. We always have some people who finish and some people who are like, I got a block. And that's fine. Wherever you're at, and that
Right.
is totally fine. And Chantel.
Yes, I'm probably going to be doing a Beyond the Hexi class. So I'm mostly an English paper piecer. And the beauty of English paper piecing on a ship is that you can do it anywhere you want. And so I'm looking at my project as being a way of just taking your simple hexes that most people know how to kind of sew together. And if you don't worry about it. But taking that to the next level and being able to fussy cut it, taking it to the next level, building stars and things that look very impressive that are really not that hard as long as you know the tricks.
And we're going to be doing a class beforehand too. Probably, we haven't done all the details of this yet, but probably two. Probably one for her class and one for mine. So that way you have an idea of what's going on, you know what you need to bring for sure for supplies. You get a taste of what we're doing. So that way you're not like walking in.
Essentially, you get a bonus class.
Yeah, for sure. And then we usually do like a roundup when we get back to you so that once you get home and you finish or not, it's no pressure. Like if you don't finish, that's cool. We're not going to be the quilt police.
No,
but we can all get together one more time and show off if you did finish, like here's how it turned out quilted and things like that.
That's really cool.
Let's see, what else do we have? We have
that is really important what you just said. You want to make sure that they understand that they do not have to finish, and if you don't finish, that's okay as well, because what it's about is concentrating and learning the technique that the both of you are going to be doing, and Stephanie and Chantel do that very, very good, and they take the time. So it's not like if you're behind or anything like that, they're not going to say, "Oh my God, you're behind." No, they're going to say, "Do you need any extra help or anything like that?" Because that's what they're there for.
Yeah. I was even with my entire family there a couple of nights after dinner. I was up there for an hour or so, just making sure people knew what they needed to get to the next step. And we scheduled an extra 3-hour session because on day one, a lot of people didn't feel so good with the motion sickness. So we added in another 3-hour session on a day. Just so that people could get caught up who needed it, because everybody sews at a different rate, and that's fine.
We have the flexibility to be able to do that. And we're going to be seeing you every night at dinner and things like that too.
For sure.
And so you're going to be working with your us.
Yeah. Couple of questions. You will not need to choose which class to take because you will not overlap.
No.
So you will either be with Chantel or you will be with me, and there will be no overlapping in terms of that. So
you don't have to pick and choose. You can do both. And if one of these is not your jam and the other one is, you can always sit into the lecture portion of it, piddle around, and then make it a social hour for yourselves. A lot of times we're going to be in the same sewing rooms at the end of the night anyways. You work on the project that you want to work on.
Absolutely.
We know that some of these things, we were talking about even like applique and things, and other people are like, oh, applique is not my thing. I know English paper piecing is not everybody's thing, but learning the techniques to be able to fussy cut and things like that are super valuable, even when you want to go back into a machine.
Absolutely. And I do that too. Like when I'm fussy cutting, that's how I've gotten since I don't have to produce an entire quilt a month anymore. I have gotten very specific in the way that I use my fabric. Instead of just slicing up a fat quarter, I'm going to make sure that I fussy cut each bit if it warrants it. And so that technique can absolutely transfer over. And Brittany, yes, there will be a supply list. It will come a little closer to when the actual cruise is. I think we both kind of have an idea now
I think so.
of what we're doing. We just have to officially design the projects.
Yeah.
So that will be happening, and then we'll share what they look like with all you guys because I know you like seeing that.
We
kind of
will be
thing.
writing our own patterns
Yes.
for the cruise.
And
So
it's
it's
exclusive
custom
to
for
the
you guys.
cruise. So the only way you're going to get the pattern is, and the instruction is to be on the cruise with us.
Absolutely.
Let's see what else
Do
we
they
have.
know where we're going?
Oh, I guess we should probably go into
We
the details
should.
of the cruise. We're so
Well,
excited about our
have-
sewing.
We have one more question though, and then I think we've addressed all of them before more arrive. Is do we know what brand of sewing machine is available and what if they wanted to bring their own machine?
It is Brothers Machines.
Okay. Brother is the same inside as Baby Lock, which is my preferred.
Mhm.
The person that we had before was it basically has a different skirt on it. Very great machines to work
They
with,
are.
a lot of good space to maneuver around underneath it, and they work really, really well.
Mhm.
If you I know people have traveled with sewing machines, not to the cruise, but just industry friends who have traveled with sewing machines. I know you can take it as a carry-on.
Mhm.
You have to be careful of weight because obviously there are weight limits on things.
You have
I
to be careful of your supplies that you're bringing with your
Yes.
machine. You want to make sure that you've packed anything that is sharp in
Yeah.
a checked luggage, for example.
I think
Yeah,
like
well,
needles
that's
and
something
things
that we
like
will
those are
cover as
things
we
that
go.
can't go in
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
Yeah, we are not doing embroidery projects. They will
No.
be quilting. They will be
No.
quilting specific. Mine is basically going to be like how to make your points pointier. We'll come up with an official, although that's kind of a fun name.
The point to your points.
How to make your points pointier. That
Yeah.
could be a fun class name. Because we all struggle with that, right? Laura says hi, Ray. And then we'll have Beyond the Hexie, which is English paper piecing, which
Yes.
do I have? I have
It
Hi,
was a-
Miss Laura.
there are parts of English paper piecing. Actually, there's a whole chunk of Tula Nova.
I thought it was upstairs.
No, that's only part of it. It's fine. We'll share that later.
We can
There'll be
share out
more.
images and things like that
The
in the
biggest
email.
thing, so at the pinned link up top, at the very top of the YouTube chat, is a interactive PDF that you can fill out. It lets Ray and John know you're interested. It doesn't sign you up for anything, just lets them know you're interested. That gets you on our email list so that we can keep up with you and you can know when we like officially have designed our classes and we put things out.
Mhm.
We
You
also
want the
have a
finer details and things like that as well, pricing and things like that.
Yeah.
That's the way to be able to get all that
there
information.
also is a Facebook group, which I will
That's a
pull
very
up.
good point, the Facebook group.
That you can
because you-
join too. You don't have to do, and of course, the very first thing on my Facebook thing is some funny
Book
ACOTAR
thing.
quote. A Court of Thorns and Roses for those of you guys who are not on it.
But
Let's
that's also a good place for people that are looking for roommates.
Yes. Why don't you talk about that since we've
Okay.
totally dominated the entire conversation?
We do that.
But that's
Yeah.
okay. Pam Gagner, she is going to be celebrating her 23rd anniversary in October next year. This is a perfect time
That's
to
awesome.
celebrate.
Good timing.
Congratulations.
Because it's not just the retreat at sea. Like you do the retreat at sea, but you get to go to all these fantastic places and being able to travel this extensively, you can really only do it
Oh,
by
yeah.
cruise.
Like we get to go to so many cool places and literally we're looking at like 18 hours of class time. And then the rest of the time you can spend with whoever. Your friends you meet, your spouse.
Ray can go into the details of where all we're going
Yes.
and
Knew
things.
you were going to
We'll
do that
stop
to me,
talking.
Chantel.
I'll stop talking.
All right, so what trip we're talking about is aboard the Celebrity Equinox, which is a very beautiful ship. It's a Solstice class ship, just like what we're on right now in Hawaii. But it departs October 10th, and it's for 10 nights, going to Italy, Malta, and France. So some of the places that you're going to be visiting is Valletta, Malta, which is a beautiful city, beautiful island city. Then we're going to Sicily, then Naples. Naples is the area where you can either go to Capri or the old Pompeii and Mount Vesuvius. Then we have Rome, which everybody knows what Rome is known for, right? Beautiful city and everything. And then we're going to Pisa, where you have the choice. We can go to Pisa or Florence. And then our last stop is Nice, France, which is absolutely gorgeous. French food, stunning scenery as well. So basically, we're visiting the old world, right? and the old world is antiquities and things like that. So we're really looking forward to that. A lot of places for, well, let me put back up a little bit too. And we are working on doing a pre-cruise tour, and that
Very
basically
excited
means that,
about
I'm
this.
so excited. So
yeah, we're
excited.
really excited about that one, right? It's a pre-cruise tour. It's going to be either probably a 2 or 3 night where you will be actually flying into Milan, Italy first, because we're going to go to the Arl factory.
Phil. Yes.
Okay,
Arthur Thread
Arfil
Factory.
factory. Yeah.
We're gonna tour
They-
Arthur, guys. It's
yeah.
exciting. It's so
Yeah.
exciting. It's like worth the trip alone is to go tour Arthur. So
And
In
then I forgot to share
Milan.
in
with you
Milan. And
in
then they have
Milan, Italy,
Leather
right?
District.
Hmm.
It's gonna
Fashion, everything is there too. But what's really unique that you guys don't know about, but I'm going to tell you now, is one of the vendors that we're working with is looking into adding Milan, outside of Milan, there is a very old family fabric company where they have old looms and things like that,
Hmm.
and it's all made from silk. So we're going to go visit that as well. And there's also, with people that have traveled with us before, we'll do shop hops to particular shops that we want to see for fabric, for threads and things like that, and also a lot of uh, will include a city tour, a special city tour, because you've got the beautiful area. I always forget to call it. It's not the Domo, because the Domo is in Barcelona, but it's also the same thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful church and things like that. But Milan is actually a stunning place. It's in the north part of Italy, and you'll see the distinct differences between north and south. The north has more cream sauces, whereas we go south, it's all the red sauces, the marinara sauces, and things like that.
Are the vodka
Then we will
sauces
fly.
up north? Is that where that is?
It looks
Yeah, some of
good.
them, but they do a lot of butter and cream, which
Yeah.
you'll see there, which is my favorite as well.
I have a
But
bolognese recipe that has 2 sticks of butter in it.
Oh, jeez.
we're going to France, okay? They use butter everywhere, so that's even better.
It is
But
butter.
another thing that we're going to be doing then is then we'll fly from Milan nonstop to Barcelona. Barcelona, another beautiful city. Um, and you will see their architecture is just absolutely fantastic. It's modern, it's gothic, it's a combination of so many different things. And of course, we're going to do a city tour there, stay overnight, and then do a shop hop as well, and that get dropped off at the ship, all being taken care of. So the airfare and everything will be included in that part. We don't have that information yet, guys. So I know that's something that you want to know, but as soon as we do have that, we will get it out. But that is something that is very unique to this trip because I have never been to RFL. So okay, I'm
You did
looking
it.
You
forward
got
to
it.
that.
We're
You
good.
did it.
That is something special. That's just something special, unique for because of Stephanie's connections.
Yep.
So
Stephanie is Facebook friends with the marketing director.
It worked out.
yeah, there you go.
We know each other in real life. We follow each
And
other.
then real quick, let's talk about the fares. Okay, so the fares that what you'll see in the flyer itself, we have special group fares for the veranda. Veranda is just another expensive name for balcony,
Here,
and
let
then
me.
inside staterooms because Celebrity has given us a lot more
I'm
veranda
share a
staterooms
screen here
than
real quick.
ocean view and things like that. So what's included in your
Now
state?
everybody can see.
Oh, there you go, perfect.
Okay. So
So the Domo, there's the Domo in Barcelona, the first big picture. And then the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Then we have Rome, Florence, Malta. Absolutely. It is very neat that we're actually stopping in Malta because a lot of ships don't stop
trying to
there.
find the pricing. Here we go.
Right under
Okay,
the
go back up. Go scroll up with the pictures of the staterooms.
Okay.
There we go. All right, so we only have prime veranda, which is a balcony stateroom, and then inside. Ocean view is very limited and is upon request.
So
So
these
basically
are
with
the
that big
pricing is in the bottom if you're looking up.
correct. Yeah. And what that includes is all your port charges, your taxes and fees, classic beverage package, which includes everything alcohol, wine, beer, all of that totaling up to $12 each. So it's unlimited. And some people may say, well, I don't need a beverage package. Well, actually, you do because do you drink coffee, tea, soda, bottled water, things like that? Well, that's all included.
Mhm.
Then we also include gratuities. So Some people will say, well, I can get it cheaper at Celebrity. Well, you have to look at Celebrity, the price at Celebrity to see what it is. For one thing, it doesn't include this group event with Stephanie as well as with Chantel. What it does include is everything so that you're not nickeled and dimed, because
Mhm.
there are fairs out there in all of the cruise world where it's just you're paying for your room and nothing else. So when you get on board, you're going to have to pay for your drinks. You're going to have to pay for your gratuities. You're going to have to pay for all the
The
particular
internet.
It's like the difference
internet. There we
between
go, internet.
flying
Yes.
Spirit Airlines where you're nickel and dimed versus
Delta.
everything's included. Yeah,
Yeah. Spirit Airlines and Delta. That's
yeah.
I think how you gotta put it.
You
And
gotta
that's
put it
exactly what we
somewhere
do.
else.
So yeah, so that was that. We will also have two, I believe, group shore excursions. So for people that have never been on a cruise, Celebrity will have their own shore excursions, and you're welcome to do those because we will not have a group shore excursion in every city and port. But
We
Chantel
are
and
working on
Stephanie and
one,
us do
and
what?
we are working on one like mid cruise.
Yes.
Mid
And
cruise, yeah.
yep.
But in most
And
cases, it's kind of up to you to determine if you want to go with a celebrity excursion and go
You
visit
don't
these
you
places.
don't have to. The only excursion my family did at Alaska was the one in Juneau that we did as a group. And then
yeah,
we just explored on our own. And
yeah.
we had plenty that we were capable of doing, just exploring port.
It's up to you what you want to do, but most people will ask if we're doing a group shore excursion, and we are working on one, and that basically means it's only our people on that bus on that tour. So that's what
It
we
was a
mean by a
blast
group
that
shore
time.
excursion. Yeah. But Celebrity will have all the other shore excursions available for all the other ports that we're going to.
Oh, hang on. I think I just screwed up the thing. I'm trying to, so I can see, I can't see the comments right now. I'm trying to pull it up so I can see comments. Because I know
No,
there's
you
a
can
couple
get
of
rid of the
questions.
flyer. Put the comments up.
You can stop screen
Okay.
sharing.
Yeah, we can stop screen sharing. Okay, so couple of questions. So costs we kind of covered. Cost is available on that interactive PDF, which is pinned at the top.
We highly encourage you to go ahead and fill out the documentation if you're
Yeah.
interested at all because spots are limited. And so at least if you get that information out there, you have a better idea of costs and what
Mhm.
you need to start doing to save.
And I
And
know you
remember,
guys can
cost,
do
let
payment
them
plans.
know that what's important is the cost is depending on which accommodation you're going to choose.
Right.
So an inside stateroom, if you haven't cruised before, an inside stateroom is a beautiful stateroom, but it doesn't have a window. An ocean view, which is we have no group specials on that, so that is basically going by retail the day that you inquire. Means there's a big ocean view picture window. Veranda is actually wall to was it floor to ceiling window, and it
Mhm.
slides open. And
The
you
balcony.
open you walk out onto a balcony.
Which is kind of nice to just sit out there and watch the sea go by. But you're almost never in your room.
To be
So
fair,
if
yeah.
you are inside stateroom because that's your budget, that's fine. You're not gonna
You
miss out.
won't be sad. There are windows
Yeah.
everywhere on these. You're sleeping in your room and then you are out doing things the entire time.
The cruise is 10 days at sea, going to the different ports. And then there's an optional pre-cruise tour, which is going to be 2 to 3 days. We're working on figuring out what that's going to be. And again, all the details will come out, sign up, fill out that information in the interactive PDF pinned at the top, or join the Facebook group and you'll get information as it comes out.
There will be the additional day, at least in Barcelona, where
Yeah,
you land at least a day ahead of time
yeah,
so
you
that
want to
we
do
all
that.
get onto that boat at the same
You
time the next
do,
day.
that's very important. We have how does bringing a spouse versus a sewing roommate differ in price? Um, Ray, why don't you tackle that one?
Bringing a spouse. So bringing a spouse is just going to be the same price of just what the cruise is. And then for the person that's sewing, then you're going to register for the optional retreat at sea that we were talking
I
about with
think
the
they're
sewing
talking about if
machines.
you want to be a single
Like if you want to be a single person for the quilting retreat, but you
versus if, but not have a roommate. You have a,
Oh, just a single
yeah,
room.
yeah.
Well, when you inquire, just let us know that you want a single room. Now, normally single rooms are a little more expensive. I don't know why. There's a thought out there that people think that single rooms are cheaper. No, single room basically is more expensive because you're using a double occupancy. This particular ship does not have what we call a studio for a single person, but we have ways to bring the cost down. So if you are looking at cruising by yourself in a stateroom, when you send us an email via info@rgtravels.com or something like that, or on the contact portion of the flyer, we will let you know what the prices are depending on what stateroom accommodation that you're looking at. Maybe inside, ocean view, or balcony. And for those that want to go but don't have a roommate, we will always send you to the Facebook group that Stephanie has, because that's the best place where people will post if they're looking for a roommate and any other important information. Like once you're booked and things like that, we'll always say something in the Facebook, check your emails, check your spam files, because we just sent out an informational email. Because as we go along, we do everything. We're a one stop shop. Yeah, there we go. We can assist with flights if you don't want to do your own flights, with travel insurance and everything. Once you're booked, about approximately 120 days prior to departure, when you book, you're only putting down a deposit. And then it's up to you if you want to make monthly payments. You just let us know if you want to do monthly payments, or you can wait until 120 days prior to departure, when that's when final balance will be due. That's also when we start our Zoom calls. We will have a minimum of 3 Zoom calls just for the cruise, like what we're doing right now, Q&A. We will send you informational emails on the do's and the don'ts of cruising and how to prep for everything. If we need visas, if we need, you know, everybody should know that you need a passport for this one. But we will handhold that the whole entire time, all the way up until reminding you when it's time to check in for your flights, and then welcome you. So there's constant information. So you will be so well versed, because our motto is, when you travel with us, you do not stand in line. You will see a lot of people standing in line, and sometimes I wonder what it's for. They just like to stand in line. No, we want you to be prepared so that you can already start enjoying the ship and the cruise as soon as you get on board.
All right, we've got a couple of questions that I'm going to say out loud, just for the sake of the recording, because we'll send this out too. Someone did a Mediterranean cruise in the past, and they stayed 2 days before and 2 days after, and they want to know if that's available. And of course it is. I'm sure you can accommodate them when you guys are booking.
Absolutely. If you don't join us on our pre-cruise tour to Milan to go visit the Arfil factory, then we can assist that you can come in 2 days or a day before. It's up to you with the hotel, and then get transferred onto the ship, as well as when you get back, the same thing. You don't have to leave right away. Some people will stay in Barcelona a couple of days upon our return from the cruise. We can assist with all of that as well.
That's
If
how
you
I
don't
did
have Facebook,
that.
that's a good question. If you don't have Facebook, then the most important is just emailing us at info@rgtravels.com for any information.
You also do not need Facebook to fill out the interactive PDF, which is linked and pinned to the top of the chat.
The most important thing with the Facebook is if you're looking for a roommate or
Yes.
things like that.
And we've
And
had people,
we can
both of them,
accommodate that.
where, they found a roommate and they were like the best of friends by the time everything was.
It's really funny.
It
We thought
is.
people came together on purpose, and it turns out they were just roommates.
Yeah.
And we didn't find out till
And they
3
hit
or
it
4
off.
days in.
The biggest thing is the price you see is a per person price. So you,
Double occupancy.
yeah. So if you are traveling with a spouse, double that. If you want to find a roommate to go with you, then that's your price.
Right.
And talking about roommates, if we have somebody that is looking for a roommate, we will annotate that. And then if somebody else comes in, then we'll come back to the both of the parties and ask, is it okay to introduce you via email? Then we will do an introduction email, and then it's up to the two parties to do FaceTime or talk on the phone or chat back and forth until they feel that they're comfortable that they want to be roommates. Then they tell us that they're going to be roommates, and then they do their registrations. So we will let people know if they ask if there's anybody's roommate, if there's somebody wanting to roommate. And if it's not, we always do a double, you know, CYA. Just post in the Facebook group if that's available to you, because that's probably the quickest way. But we will always share information if we do know if somebody's looking for a roommate.
So Linda's got a follow-up question. Linda, there is not a discount for a spouse to come with you, because all the rates are based on double occupancy. But
However,
their spouse will not be paying for the retreat at sea. That is a separate cost. So they will not be paying for space in the sewing room or anything like that. That's going to be essentially, think of it as an onboard excursion that just you will be doing and just you will be paid for. Does that answer that question?
That was good.
All right. I feel like I have not said this yet. My maiden name is Di Pasquale. My dad was born just outside of Naples,
mhm.
and I have never been to Italy. And I have 5 sauce recipes, depending on what type of application we're using it with. So I'm very excited to
She's
go
very Italian
because
and
I get
very
to go
ready.
see Naples, where my dad is from, and I get to see Rome, where my aunt and uncle and 4 cousins still live, and I'll probably see them while I'm there. And I'm very, very excited about that. So I'm I'm very much looking
She's
forward to
very
this trip.
excited
I'm
about this
so
one.
excited. But we joke that I look like a little old Italian lady when I wear my
Wait,
boots
she
on
was
the
on her
weekend.
moo on Friday.
I just look like my grandma in the kitchen. It's not
So
good.
good.
I don't know how this happened, but it did
But
apparently.
it did.
Oh, let's see.
Very good.
2
Different
spouses should
price.
be roommates. So yes, your spouse would be your roommate, and that's how it works.
So I guess what the question that Linda really has is the price that you've given for the stateroom, does that include the retreat at sea in that price?
No.
No, it doesn't. That's what Stephanie was talking about. The retreat at sea is paid by the sewer only. The price that you see on the flyer for your which type of accommodation that you're gonna would be choosing, that is your double occupancy per person price for the cruise.
So for you and your husband, it would be the listed price. And then say you're doing the retreat at sea, that would be an additional cost that we haven't quite figured out the exact figure for that yet. Depends on supplies and such.
Yeah. Well, it depends on honestly how much money it costs to get a sewing machine on
Yeah.
board the ship.
Right. It's going to be approximately anywhere between 300 to 400, a little over $400 per person, most likely.
Yeah.
But that means you get your own sewing machine. No one else is touching your sewing machine. And the classes are limited to just 25. And if Stephanie, because we've had some waiting lists, we have been able to get our influencer, our talent to increase it up to 30. So I'm still working on Stephanie to see if she wants to do 30 or not.
Oh, I'll take however many we can fit in the room.
Okay.
I'm not worried
Okay.
about it. And because we're not going to overlap,
Yeah.
like we can be each other's assistant. So,
Well, the thing is that you have
yeah.
morning and afternoon.
We can
So,
always split classes too. So
yeah.
if it feels like it's an overwhelming amount of people, there's always the opportunity to have 15 in your
Yeah.
class while I'm teaching 15.
Absolutely.
And then we switch in the afternoon. We will still provide machines
For
for
everyone.
everyone.
Yeah.
So you will have
Your
a
own
machine in
machine.
that room, even if you're not necessarily in that room working on that
That way,
machine.
if we're all there at night, gabbing, like you not like fighting for a machine.
Absolutely.
So Robin, what we have done in the past, and that doesn't necessarily mean that we'll do it again, but typically we do a 9 to noon course, and then we have a 2-hour break for lunch because sometimes the buffet takes a minute if that's
Mhm.
where you choose to eat. And then we go from 2 to 5 at night. And then that gives you enough time to get changed and go to dinner.
And you're welcome to use the sewing machines at lunch
Yeah,
too.
whenever.
So you don't finish your project and you want to play for a little bit, by all means.
Yeah. That's just when we're in the classroom.
Right.
For sure. I mean, we'll be in there a lot, but that's for sure.
We're
when gonna be
addicted
in
to
the
sewing
classroom.
too, guys. So
I mean,
we can't help
clearly.
ourselves. We will be in there.
We'll be there a lot. But no, there's plenty of time to like get yourself out of bed and get your coffee, and
Yeah.
it's all good. And it, we had people were like, I'm not feeling it yet. I'm just gonna hang out here. And that's fine.
When is our first sea day? Is it immediately that we're somewhere, or
I believe it is. I believe the first, yeah. So we have 3 full sea days, and the first one is the following day, October 11th,
Yeah.
and then we arrive in Malta. Then the next day we're in Sicily. Next day in Naples. The 6th day is the next sea day. Then we have 3 ports, and then the 10th day is at sea as well. And then the last day at sea, we, depending on Usually the machines will be not available anymore after 2 o'clock, the latest in the afternoon, because they have to be prepped to be taken off the ship and everything when we dock in
That's only
Barcelona
the
and then
last
shipped
day.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So
all those other days when we're not at sea, the sewing machines and the sewing room is available to those that have registered for the retreat at sea to sew as much as they want.
Mhm.
Linda's got a good question. Are the restaurants on board accepting of a more casual dress, which is jeans and t-shirts?
Celebrity, well, you can talk about that. Celebrity
Oh, yeah.
has celebrity has the
We will
the
dress for
chic,
dinner every night.
Because
yeah,
we finally
seek,
get to get dressed.
yeah. So, but you okay? So you have casual night, and like last night was chic casual, which basically means that's when if people want to wear something like ballroom gown and a
And a black
tuxedo for our
tie.
men, they actually can do that, but you do not have to do that. So what will happen is you can just go in jeans and a nice shirt or whatever you'd like to, as long as it's not Daisy Duke shorts and tube what was it? Was
So
that? Do you remember the tube
cruise,
tops?
on the last
Yeah.
cruise, I dressed up every night for dinner.
Except one
There
night.
was one night I was exhausted because we were on the Juno cruise and I had both of my kids with me and the 5-year-old was not having a good day. And so we sent one child to another restaurant with my husband and I brought the other one with me and I did not dress that day. I wore a very nice sweatshirt and jeans which have holes in them. It's the ones I'm wearing right now. And I was like, "Oh shoot, am I dressed okay?" And they're like, "It's fine, just go."
Yes,
So,
and then
Yeah.
you really don't have to
it
be
was fine.
worried. There are plenty of places that are casual coffee, get
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
something. Stay is always low key, but we do dinner every night. We have a specific time, a specific place. They put us at our tables. We do not wait in line.
No.
We
Nope.
go right into our little area. We'll all be as a group.
You don't
And
have
those
to
are the
eat with us.
nights
You
that
can
if
go
you
do
would
your own thing
like
too.
to wear something nicer, you can. But generally, business casual
Yeah.
and above is fine.
Yeah. It's
Will
actually it.
will be ridiculous
We will.
because it's
Yeah,
fun.
these two will be ridiculous because this is what they are. They do. It's fun to see what they do each time. So
Yeah,
uh,
the
be
coordination of the
prepared.
shoes
It's
and the
it's like a
dresses.
comedy act as well. But yeah, to restaurants, that's a good question. We didn't cover the restaurants. So you will get assigned seating. So our group will get a restaurant in a particular area, the same tables, but you do not have to sit at the same table. You can rotate as much as you want, but you will see people already standing in line at 5:30 in the afternoon, because that's what they do. And our
Wait in
people will
line.
just walk right by because you will know where your tables are and you can sit there. And it's the same people that are going to be serving you each night as well. And that is only at night. During the day, for breakfast and for lunch. Yes, there's the buffet, and everybody loves to go to that buffet. But even on this trip, it's been interesting to see. I just like to sit there and watch because sometimes I'm looking at, I'm like, guys, you can go back, they're not going to take the food away. But a nice way to dine for breakfast and lunch is in the dining room. It's not the same tables that get at night, but you get to sit at your own table. You can sit with other people at a table, and they serve you nice breakfast and lunch. It's a very civilized way to
And
do
it
that.
is
So you have
included.
that option
It
as
is
well.
included. Yes.
Yeah, it's all
There
included.
are specialty restaurants that are, if you want to do something fun,
And they are additional
that's
costs.
additional.
There might be like a sushi restaurant or something like
Yeah.
that, or a high-end steak restaurant that maybe you
Or
choose to
French
do a special
restaurant.
date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like I
Yeah.
did my 11-year-old wanted to eat all the seafood. So I signed us up for a seafood special lunch and we got to eat all the seafood.
Hmm.
She ate all the seafood. I looked at the seafood. And while we were looking at Hubbard Glacier the entire time behind us,
It's
it was the
beautiful.
coolest experience. And let's see, we have Robin asking, what is the cancellation policy? That's an important question.
Cancellation policy, let's put it this way. Your deposit, there's a deposit due on when you make your booking. And let me scroll down because that's something that usually my operations director will address.
Which,
All
by the
right,
way,
so
if you book in the next month, you get $100 off.
that is correct. So right now, the deposit is 750 per person. If you should cancel, there's a $300 non-refundable deposit of that 750. You There's a cancellation schedule on the flyer that you can look at that tells you exactly 90 days. 90 days is the last time where you can get your full refund, except for the $300 non-refundable. But it'll list all the way up until 0 days before we go. Scroll down there. Yep, that's that page. Keep on scrolling down. Right
Terms and
there. Terms
conditions.
and
There we are.
conditions.
So here's where we're talking. The deposit, 750 deposit, 300 is non-refundable. And then here's a schedule where you get X percent, it just changes based on how close you are to it. Now, if you have travel insurance, would that
I guess it would
cover
depend
any
on
of
the
that?
situation
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah, depending on if it's a situation that's covered in the policy. And what we usually do is when you do your deposit, we will send you a complimentary travel insurance quote. You can get travel insurance on your own from anybody that you want, but we just do that as an extra service. It's up to you if you want to take it.
I took it last time because I didn't use it, but I needed
Well,
it.
tell them
And the
about what
first
happened on the transatlantic.
So I got a spider bite, two of them, before we left, and it merged into one. It was disgustingly huge. So I did telehealth, thinking I can just go down to the cruise ship and they can give me the medication I've been prescribed. Nope, not going to happen. And we're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean for like 7 days. So it's not like I can get off the boat and go somewhere. And so I spent over $300 to get like amoxicillin. And
Had to cancel your
had to
massage.
cancel my massage because that was the massage budget. And, and we're like in the middle of the ocean. This like, well, you got to do it. And so I had a $300 spider bite that could have been $30 if I would have had travel insurance.
And I had a situation on a different cruise
Yeah.
where my cruise was almost canceled during the cruise because of an issue with a particular person. And so travel insurance is no joke. You definitely want to make sure you have that in your pocket. If
Yeah.
that trip had been taken back much earlier, we would have had a full refund of our entire cruise to
It's
Antarctica.
insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Now, we will always recommend that you do get travel insurance because most insurance policies, as well as Medicare and things like that, do not cover you internationally.
But yeah, it's
Okay.
definitely worth doing.
You can see the
But that's
schedule
a good
here.
point that you said. We have was it until the end of the month that they have the $100 per
27.
person? Yeah.
I think that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
We wanted to give them a month from the live. So
Yeah. Okay.
No, we're going to be talking about this
a lot.
forever.
Yes. And
Forever.
Forever.
There's going to be a few videos coming out because I have a book coming out in a month. So you guys are going to start seeing new videos from me. So that's exciting. So you're going to watch out for some more emails from Quilt Addicts Anonymous. And Chantel's going home with my original lighting kit.
I am. So
she
things
might
are
be doing
getting,
some
yeah,
things
I'm
too.
going to also be digging into
Yeah.
some of the filming, and my daughter just started preschool 3 days a week. So I have a newfound a little bit of time on my hands, and we'll see where that ends up.
Absolutely.
So
we should
and
film
we're always there on Friday nights.
we should film our promo video since we're here and we look decent.
Yeah, we
should do
together.
that. Ray would appreciate
That's
that.
a good idea.
Our promo video.
All right.
All right. Any other questions from you
Perception.
guys before we?
And we can do this again. You can get a hold of us. There's always
For
a
sure.
way to be able to ask the questions that didn't come out when you needed them to come out. I understand that completely.
Yeah, info at RG Travels gets you straight to Ray and John to answer all your logistical questions. Chantel and I are handling the
Mostly Quilt Addicts
Well,
Anonymous.
yeah.
I have an email now. It's
She
official.
does. She does. Chantel at quiltaddictsanonymous.com. It exists now.
Wow, congrats.
I
Thank you.
know. But if you email info, then you'll get copied on us with your reply. So you'll
Absolutely.
have it. So we're handling class information plus helping to plan shore excursions.
And we've done this before too.
have.
So
We know
we
what we're doing.
understand more of the casual things about it. You know, what should I wear? What do I bring? How does this actually work out? Things like that.
Are there grants? That's
No,
funny,
not
Linda.
grants.
Are there
That would be
grants?
funny.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately, no. Um, we have to wait up.
Okay, so this is okay. The people that are booked on the cruise will be the ones that get option to register for the retreat at sea.
Yeah.
And then once those 30 spots are full, then it will be a wait list.
right.
Yeah.
But it's not just 30
But like
spots.
you're gonna know.
It's 30 spots plus spouses and things
Yeah.
like that. We
So
have a
you're
certain
gonna
amount of
know like when you book them, like we have X amount ready to go. You know, it's not like
Yeah,
we're gonna book
we're
40
keeping
quilters
track. We're
and then
keeping
only
track
30
of
can do it.
who
Yeah.
books what day they book, and then when it's ready to be released, the retreat at sea, those people will be offered the retreat at sea first.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
right now it's like booking a normal
it
cruise
is.
with a travel agency for you and your spouse, or you and a friend, or whoever it is that if you choose to bring somebody. And then at a later point, you will be billed for the retreat at sea for only the people that are interested in doing that retreat.
But I think the biggest thing to make clear is that we're going to make sure there's 30 quilters. We're not going to have like 31 quilters if one gets left out. Like that's not going to
Yes.
happen. There will be space available for everyone who wants to be there.
Absolutely.
We have a good one from Robin. How do we handle pay medical emergencies? And I think that speaks to travel insurance. And does the crew staff help with getting to the hospital?
Yes, they do. So if you haven't cruised before, each ship has its own medical center. So they have a full doctors, nurses, x-rays, all of that down below. Because remember, the crew is on the ship 24/7. So they have to have medical staff on board. If it's very serious, like we've had in the past, but luckily not in our groups, ship will stop and unload if it's a very delicate matter and emergency that the person needs to get off the ship as soon as possible to go to a hospital. That will all be helped with. But to cover the costs, that's where travel insurance happens.
Mhm. Absolutely. We had an unscheduled stop and was it in the Bahamas?
Bermuda.
Yeah.
Bermuda,
We were
Bermuda.
not supposed to be there, but we stopped
Somebody had hurt their leg
on
and
day
had to
one.
get off.
And it wasn't
Yeah.
in our group, but
No. And that's also another thing. We should talk about accommodations for accessibility.
yes, there are scooters that you can scoot all over the
If
ship.
someone needs a scooter, if you need a scooter, just let us know and we can arrange that as well. And pricing, and what happens with a scooter, it's usually delivered to your stateroom, and when you leave the ship, it's left in your stateroom.
We have
And
Repeat time
they
frame for
are very
discount.
used to dealing with the scooters and things as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
We the cruise ship understands completely how to make sure that everybody is accommodated for, so you will not be left behind.
The time frame for the discount, it's $100 off. It's per person, correct?
Per person.
If you book and put your your deposit down by a month from now. So it's either the 27th or the 28th of October. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure
$100 per
haven't.
person off the price of the cruise.
Yes. So that, every dollar helps, especially if you're
Yes,
joking about
absolutely.
grants to go.
That's your grant,
Yeah,
right there. If you sign
exactly.
up in the next 30 days.
Honestly, the best thing, if you're going to be budget conscious, is go for the inside stateroom, get a roommate or bring somebody with you.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
We hope to see you
Okay.
all.
Absolutely. All right.
Absolutely. Thanks for taking the time to come see us.
Absolutely. And email Ray, fill out that PDF. It's way at the top, or you can join the Facebook group to get more questions or find potential roommates.
Hold on before you say, don't fill out the PDF. Once you're on the flyer, it'll tell you click here at the logo to register.
Let me share the screen one more time.
Yeah.
So I've been having
Because
trouble with getting the PDF to go as well. But if you get to this point, this has all your information on it. So you can find out about pricing and it's super clear. But this is what Ray's telling about. Just click right here on this logo. And yes, you want to open the link. And then it's an actual web form. So this is what you want.
that's what you're filling out.
Yeah.
And it's a secure link, so you don't have to worry about that part.
And it
Now that's when you want to register.
It doesn't obligate.
That's when you want to register. Show them where if they have a question that they want to ask.
Well, where
that's
is
back on the flyer itself. on the
Okay,
flyer
I'll
itself.
go back. Is that
I
down
think it's up at the.
Yeah, down below. No, down. Scroll down.
for
That is
questions?
all the
Click
way down.
here.
Keep going right there. For questions, click there.
Okay,
Click on that.
there we go.
And that's where you ask a question.
You can also do info@RG Travels.
Yes.
Works too.
And we will usually respond within 1 business day or less.
They're pretty good. Alrighty.
All right.
Well, thank you all for spending an hour with us on a Sunday. We planned this
Oh, I
so that
forgot.
Chantel could be home in time for the Bears game.
Yes, the Bears. It's a football team.
And Ray
Right.
asked what that was.
Thank you. I'll
Just
get you
put it
back.
out there.
I get you back. I'll get you back.
Somebody asked me, though, they're like, oh, you go to the football game for homecoming? I'm like, I think I went to half of a football game my entire college career. I think that was it.
Yeah. My husband was a football player at that college, and I'm pretty sure I went to like 2 games. So even as a football fan, yeah.
Yeah.
I met your husband yet, so I don't believe you have one. So there.
Maybe that's fine. I understand. He lives in my heart.
He does. Yeah. I've known him for 20 years.
I know. All right. Well, thanks, guys. I really appreciate this.
Thank
And we
you,
hope to
everyone.
welcome some of these people on this cruise.
I hope we get to
Absolutely.
see you all, and we'll see you probably Friday.
All right. See you all
Welcome,
Friday.
Tracy.
Bye.
Bye.